Mikerowchip here, playing Trainz 2022
Plus Standard Edition.
And this is the C&O Hinton Division, episode 98. Yes, it is. And we are here in the Avis yard with Thomas and his dual, no longer triple, but dual 44-tonners. And that is because I'm no longer using Rail Driver, just to reiterate what I did last time on this route, because it just doesn't seem to work real well at all. So, here we go. Now, what Thomas is doing here is he's going to drag these this cut here. That we already moved the engine into the service yard. Now we got to move these cars and cut them up and put them into the Hinton yard. So, let's do that. Here we go. I forget how high this goes. 60? 65? Something like that. But let's set the switches now where he's got to go. Okay, so this should already be set up. Yeah, and that, and that. Yeah. Then this. Yeah, I got to come over this way, Yeah, he's got to stay on this side. Why is that? It should be wrong. Because we came down, right? We come down here and come across here. That's weird. Okay, so anyway, we're going to stay on this side. Right down the middle. Yeah. And we'll come over here. Yes. Okay, that's wrong. I was getting worried. They were all right. I'm like, what? How's that possible? There we go. There's the Hinton yard. That is our final destination, not the game. And then we're going to go this way, and then we're going to keep it straight to minimize. We're still going good on speed. Minimize. Now it says 15 mile an hour. I don't remember saying that before. Anyway, no, this is wrong. That, and then this, right? And then is there one way over here? There is. And that one's wrong. Now I'm getting worried that they're all wrong. All right, coming back this way now. Let's check these again now. My brain, I got brain fog going on right now. That's right. Okay, all right. Here we come out of the Avis yard now. We're on our way over. I love these rides past the yards. Just love them. All right. 15 mile an hour is the speed limit here. And, of course, once we cut the train all up and everything, we're going to have to put the caboose where it belongs. Well, we could drop the caboose on the way, but nah. We're just not going to do that. It's just not going to happen. It'll be interesting to see if it jumps up to 20 mile an hour once we get out of this yard. I just don't recall it ever being 15 mile an hour, a.k.a. yard speed, while going through the yard. All right. Let's do a. We can see everything that's on this one, on this level crossing, a level crossing video here, huh? A little jiggery pokery. All right. Looks like we got a whole bunch of flat cars with lumber on them. Sure, why not? I feel like we're too low on this. Let's go up a little bit more. In fact, let's swing around this way so we get a smoother run on it. Yeah, we do get a smoother run looking this way because all the cars aren't. Because of the draw all those cars. Then we got some C-beams. Then, of course, we got empty coal cars, as this is coal country. We would expect that. Still at 15. We'll go up to 21 once the last car, up to 20. Once the last car crosses this level crossing. Lots of empty 55-ton coal cars. And then we got more lumber. This portion of the map seems to be like lumber heavy. In case you don't recognize those are box cars. Time for a drink. Very good. Nickel plates are cool. This is a larger cut than I thought it was. Then more. I've not looked at any of the tagging on any of this yet, so I don't know where any of this go. We got some reefer, or a reefer. Then we got some logs of various types. Of course, once I drill this into the yard, I am going to have to build a new train out of here. Where's this one coming out of anyway? I don't know. North Main. Yep. It's coming from the North Main. There we go. There's the last of them. We're gonna wolf it. Okay. Passenger cars waiting there at the Hinton station. Well, I increased it like 10-15% and it went up 1 mile an hour. Oh, there it goes. It's going to go up another one now. It's just going to take a while. It's got to think about it. We'll go across this crossover. The tight crossover, I might add. There we come now into the Hinton yard. We're on the... We're going past the Hinton yard. We're not actually technically in the yard right now, even though it does say 15. And it's screaming at me that I'm speeding. I don't care. I'll have to add another caboose to that ginormous caboose backlog we have there. We passed it already. I started mentioning it too late, so you missed it. That's my bad. I'm going to take the hit on that one. There we have the roundhouse. Voice. Very pretty. I've said this before, but I can't imagine living out here. Not that there's anything wrong. It's very, very beautiful and everything, but look at all the mountains and everything. I've been to this part of the country, not to Hinton, but I've been to other places, and it just seems like in the winter, boy, it's got to be a bear getting around with all these hills. Snow all stopping you from getting anywhere. I don't know. Of course, in upper parts of Michigan, I'm sure that's the same way. In fact, I know it's the same. It's just a bear getting anywhere. And we've hit 19 mile an hour. Minnesota's probably not a lot of fun to get around in the winter. Yep, that's why I live in southern Michigan. We get snow, but not a ton. Is that the first time I've ever mentioned the state in which I live? It may very well have been. Are y'all excited? Probably not. Okay, I think 80% would get us at 21, but I'm happy with 19 right now. Got a nice long look at everything. I'm kind of happy. Alrighty. Now, I'm not going to have to worry about braking too much because in easy mode, the brakes are like super brakes. Now, we're going to want to clear this switch right here because we're going to back down this track there to start shuffling off the buffalo. Start our shunting or our drilling. We're drilling the cars, which means we're shunting. Are they completely interchangeable? Drilling, shunting? I don't know. If you're drilling, does that mean you're shunting? I'm going to say yes. But if you're shunting, does that mean you're drilling? Not necessarily. You may not be, right? My understanding of drilling is putting cars onto separate tracks in order to build trains going somewhere else. Which is what I'm going to be doing here shortly. Although somebody corrected me on one of my old Run 8 videos. There was a single 3-aspect signal, or it's got the 3 lights on it, right? You call it a 3-aspect, right? Anyway, and I was saying, oh, we got a high green. And then that person said, I'm not sure what you mean by high green. Because the only light that is green is on the highest light. So I started thinking to myself, yeah, why do I call that high green? Does there have to be like 2 3-head signals, one on top of the other, and then the bottom one could be green, and then the top one could be green, and then there would be a high green? I don't know. I could have swore I heard distant signals say that once, and so I kind of picked up on it and probably misunderstood the terminology. Another reason why I like doing this on YouTube. Normally I'd be doing this all by myself, and I wouldn't get any feedback from you guys. Boy, it is just not breaking like I thought. Remember I said super breaks? Yeah, it's really not. It's not as super as one would think. Okay. Now we got to get out our switch list. The first ones are going to Mount Hope, the Garden Ground Mine. And Mount Hope is which one? Mount Hope is track 7. Okay. It's just these 4, it's just the 4 coal cars. Okay, we didn't miss by a ton, but by a lot. Our conductor right there is raising his hands up near like, what? I said stop about 7 car lengths ago. Let's back up now to track 7. I think we want to go to 50%. That should be a good number. Okay, so while this is struggling now to go backwards, we got this. Oh. I must have switched it already. Okay, I got confused. So go here. Now we want to go to track 7 over here. Yoinks. No, I don't want track 1. Track 2, 3, 4, 5. Not track 6. No. Yes, track 7. And then that is track 8. We want track 7. 7 and 7. There we go. Okay. Now, the ones in front of that have to go to Hinton Lumber, and I think that's track 1. And then Hinton New River. Let's see. Hinton is track 1. Avis is what? Avis is track 6, which is the one above that. So, okay. So, all the lumber and then the reefer, refrigerator car, are all going on track 1. Great. And we are off and drilling. I love it. Yeah, and it's going slow, which I personally love. I like this nice slow look at things. But not as slow as we were on Rail Driver. Rail Driver was just really a bear. I use it on the UMR, and I'm using it on Midwestern Rails, and it seems to work a lot better there. Although I still do struggle there too. Because as we discussed before, and someone pointed out to me, the physics are different when you're using Rail Driver. And when they say different, I'm assuming they mean more realistic. I could be wrong. All right, here we go. Winding our way back. Let's take a look at towards the front of the train now. Can't even see it. Oh yeah, there it is, way over there. I can't see it. Well, looky that, would you? All right. Well, it seems odd to have a signal right here. Line ahead is occupied by another train. Well, yeah, this is a storage yard. Why would you have a signal up here? Like an extra warning so you can say the track you have chosen is occupied, so you got to be careful when you're putting it back on there? I don't know. Now, these cars share on the classification tracks, right? Yeah, because I think these two are classification tracks, and that one is... oh, yeah, that one goes up the hill. Oh, this one does. Well, this one just service all the industries here. That's what it is. So I'll have to also grab these off and put them where they belong. If I've reclassified them, I may not have yet. We'll take a look once we get to that, get that far. Love those track sounds. Really cool. Here we go, backwards. So I'm assuming red means normal, and then green means reversed. Although these are green here, and this is definitely normal. Is it because we're looking at it from the other side? Shouldn't be, right? No, it's red both ways. I don't get it. But what I do get is we're going to have to slow down now. Here comes our track 7 destination. Ooh, that's too much. All right, so let's let go now. Come over here. Track 7. Do we got room on all these tracks? Oh my God, yeah. We got a ton of room. So we don't have to worry about running out of room. That does not seem to be a problem in this route. UMR, the hump yard we have in that one, that can be a problem, how much room we got. Tidewater Point, well, it's not a problem because there just is no room. Those 2 yards, River Point and Tidewater Yard, are just so overly over that I'm over it. It's fun, though. It's fun. You get different, and that's another thing I like about this game, too. You get different feels for different routes. Different things happen on different routes. This is a really nice shot right here. I like this a lot. All right, there we go. Push these back. After playing, I just did a Railroader, and then, of course, earlier than that, I had done a Run 8. And when I hit these cars like this, I'm always thinking, okay, we're going to have to recharge the brakes. Nope. No, there's no recharging. Not in simple mode, or easy mode, wherever they call it. All right. Put the brakes on. There we go. Wait till we get a little slack action going there. There we go. Then we'll apply, decouple, grab back on, and away we go. But it is kind of nice, and I probably said this before, to be back in simple mode again because it's so simple. You have to think about as much as I love the Rail Driver. Simple mode can be very relaxing. Which is another beautiful thing about this is we're looking for track 1, right? Yeah, track 1. Is that you get different feels again by using different controls. So it's all good. But those sounds are just so much better now. Somebody hipped me to downloading to overwrite the track sounds with new track sounds. The default Orin track sounds with the new ones. Just that suggestion was one of the best I've got. I was trying to change trucks out because of some of the truck sounds. The sounds were not on the track, but on the truck. Computer-wise, we're talking now. And so you could download certain trucks and put them on the cars from Jointed Rail, and you'd get it. But sometimes it would work, sometimes it wouldn't. And these work on every one of my routes. Because it's just changed the default sound of all the tracks to this. All right, so we're going to put this reefer, except is that a reefer? No. I thought it was a reefer. There's a reefer earlier on. Well, because it's going to the Hinton River grocery. Of course, there are canned items. All right, don't get mad at yourself. There we go. I could have went a little faster than 4 miles an hour, but I'm really enjoying this right now. Okay. I'll pick up the pace, though. Wait till we clear this. And that'll do. You can do it. Stop. And there we go. And now in reverse. Except we're taking up to 50 this time. Oh, wait, oh. Yeah. It's not moving. No, I hear it moving. I can't see it moving. There it is. I see it moving. Let's give it a little juice. Let's juice it just a little. We don't have very far to go, but... yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's going to be interesting. I just got out right when the train stopped, right, and I changed directions. I got out, saved that portion of the video, and now I'm back in to do the second part of the video. The reason I bring it up is I'm wondering if you even noticed it. Did you notice that I stopped? If you looked at the time up in the right-hand corner, you probably noticed that it jumped. I didn't pay attention to the time, but it took me a few minutes to get it to save and everything else. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm showing you a little behind the scenes here. All right, so we got these. Oh yeah, we got the 4 lumber cars and then the box car all going on to track 1. This is a lot of weight to be pushing in this direction, but the 44-tonners are handling it. And, of course, every bit of this cut we break off and put in is going to make it that much lighter. This is a reefer right here. Very beautiful reefer. And we're only doing 3. And we're going to keep it just like that. Beautiful. Okay. There's that box car now. Got to move it up to 157190. Then we're going to Avis next. And Avis is track something. I had it off. I got on the wrong page here on my spreadsheet. There we go. It is track, I said it already, 6. Track 6. And that'll do. There it is. 157190. Here we go. Nice. Apply, decouple, and forward we go. All right. These 3 are all going to Avis, which is track 6. So let's back up over this way again now. Just barely hear those 44-tonners now. They're getting close. Alrighty. There we go. Juice it. Okay, here we go. Now we're looking for track 6. 3, 4, 5. Track 6. Yeah, are any of these tracks ready to go yet? There's the go points right there. This one's getting there. These two are also getting there. Although those were all, I thought those boxcars were all full coal. I'm like, what were we taking full coal to on this route? Did I do track 6? 4, 5. Yeah, I see. It's 6. It's green. Okay. Very good. Nice look at that. That's a nice look right there, huh? In fact, let's see if we can't get a screenshot out of this. That's just a nice view right there, I think. Isn't it, though? Yeah, this will probably be my screenshot unless something crazy happens. Nice. Okay, so let's get the switch list back up. There we go. Switch list, wrong end. There it is. Right end. These C&O gondolas are really cool. Made out of wood there, it looks like. Some metal bracing. All right. We're going to come over here. On this side of the shack. Like a chicken shack or something. Oh, man. If it is a restaurant, it's going to be getting up there is tough. The table, the seating's got to be really, really minimal in there. Starting to question their ability to pick a good location. Plus, you have to go into the yard, which the railroad won't let you due to the safety hazards. So you can't even get to the restaurant. But they will take reservations, which is odd. All right, so we got Avis, and then we got to go back to track 1 with Hinton for that. Is that the reefer there? I can't see from here. There we go. Push this one back now. A little more length on this one, or length, depending on what part of the country you're from. And past that switch there, right? Yeah. That'll do. Yeah, this one's a reefer. On to track 1 now. Then we're coming right back. Oh, no, we're not. I'm looking at the wrong one. Then we're going to Sanford after that. Sanford is, that's track 3. All right, so let's, what am I, oh, yeah, apply. I couldn't remember what I was dropping here. Just those log cars, that's it. No, don't get rid of that. What are you doing? Forward. Okay. Yeah, Sanford then is going to be track, what did I say, 7? No, I said 3. Track 3. These will be a little bit closer this time. Let's get off of here now. We're going back to track 1. I have got to set up a time and a place where I can go. I have to look around here, but I could sit all day in a real railroad yard and just watch this happen, what I'm doing here, the drilling. I don't know why I like it so much, but I really do. Really enjoy it. Get yourself a sandwich. Sit up here, up on this cliff. It'd be nice if they had, like, built a little deck out over it, so you could sit on the deck. Maybe a little lunch service going on. I'd be there all day. They wouldn't be able to get rid of me. But that'd be good for them. I'd keep ordering drinks and food and everything else. Everyone wins in that situation. All right. Now we got to back it up. This way we got to give it a little extra juice. Instead of 50, we'll go to 60%. We have movement. You see the shadows moving, which means the cars are moving. Because the shadows are coming from the cars. So you see how I did that? Ipso facto. Is that what that means? If the shadows come from the cars and the shadows are moving, ipso facto, the cars are moving. Yeah. What is that, Latin? I don't know. Here comes the reefer. It's loaded. That's what the little L means after it. Over here, see? Loaded. These are all empty, loaded. Somebody said, that's another big post someone put on one of my videos, that they're going to move, someone's going to put, no, I'm thinking of the wrong game. Yeah, there is no Trainz 2025, right? I've got the latest version. This is it. Okay. I'm thinking of, someone told me a farming simulator that a mod I really like in there is being put into 2025. And then I thought they were going to put this car tagger into Trainz 2025. The only problem with putting the car tagger in Trainz 2025 is that there is no Trainz 2025. So, yeah, that whole announcement was just shot. There you go. Forgot who I was and immediately slammed on the brakes, so we're going to have to push it just a little bit further. You Santafords now are going to track 3 next. The next one's in line. Almost there. We got like a 1/11th of a car length to go. My conductor is super accurate. He doesn't do 1 car, 2 car, 3 car. He goes by 11ths. Got to say it a lot faster, though. All right, so here we go. We're going to apply this. And I forgot who I was again. We're headed to track 3. There we go. This is, track 1 right here. I might as well switch it while I'm here, right? Track 2, track 3. Here we go. Slow down a little bit more this time before we stop. So as not to roll so far, you know, stuff. Okay. Give me some juice. Pull the hammer. Because you can't really drop the hammer. You got to pull the hammer. On my rail driver, which I assume is correct, to increase the throttle, you got to pull down on the throttle handle to increase the throttle. To make the brakes work, you got to push up on both of them. Or I should say on all 3 of them, because there's this also the, what do you call that brake on the other end of the throttle? It's called the, it's braking while you're going downhill. There's the independent, there's the auto or train brake, and then there is the dynamic. Yeah, that's what it is, the dynamic brake. Cool. All right, here we go. That was always a big mystifying thing for me, too, when it came to using a rail driver. Is why are there 3 brakes? The more you think about it, the more sense it makes. You got one just for the engine itself to apply the brakes on the engine, and none of the cars that may or may not be pulling. And there's a train brake, which only applies the brakes to the train, not the engine. And then there's a dynamic brake, which applies brakes to the, I believe it's only the engine, for like when you're going downhill. They call it dynamic brakes because... Oh, I think it's just because it's not an actual pad pressing on the wheel, but the dynamic brake uses friction resistance from the electric motors. Right? I think. I don't know. I said it, and then I was like, I don't know. All right, so it's, even though my switch list is gone, it's just this one right here. That'll do. My switch list back up. It's not going to be good right now because it's going to tell me all the way at the other end. Let's apply this. Do that. Decouple. We're right here now. And this is... No. No. It's not Quinamont. No, it's not Quinamont. What's going on right now? He doesn't have 67 cars. Oh, there it goes. Okay. I had to move it. This is, yeah, there we go. Track 1. The Quinamont car was the one all the way at the end of that huge cut I had when it was 67 cars. That's why that was coming up. You learn the little ins and outs using this program for a while. All right, all the nickel plates are going onto here, and then the C&O Hinton ones, which I think are also box cars, are all going to the Avis car repair. Refurbish those guys all the stuff they need to actually repair the cars. That makes sense, sort of. No, it does. That's got to be a fun job, huh? One of those box cars. Of course, they got what? How many they got coming there? They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Jeez, they got 6 cars, box cars full of parts. You got to unload all those boxes in there, and then sort them where they all need to go. Hello, I can't even imagine doing it with one box car. They're not small. All right. Back we go. One, 2, 3, 4. So there's 5 cars. They're all nickel plates. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars are going to the repair yard. And it's all loaded. Which would also explain why we're going so slow here. It's heavy. Go. And contacts? Oh, it did that thing again. Forgets who I am as soon as it contacts, and then doesn't want to do nothing else. Okay. No, backwards. Now it's even more weight, of course. You can hear those 44-tonners gearing up. There you go. Beautiful. I was saying in my other video, too, I'd just gone to the Henry Ford Greenfield Village that we have here in Michigan, which has a bunch of old train cars on it. Ones that look like the nickel plate ones do right here. When I say a bunch, I have like 4 or 5 of them, but really cool to look at them up close. My wife indulges me. She does not find excitement in the train paraphernalia as I do, but she always indulges me. She's so good to me. Okay. Keep shoving. You can do it. It'd be cool if they put like little people. I mean, no, I know there actually is little people you can put in that like pace back and forth and stuff. Just have little people running around doing stuff. All right, so there's the last nickel plate, and there's the C&Os there. And those C&Os are going where? To Avis Car Repair, which I believe is track 7. Nope, track 6. I believe incorrectly. Okay, we'll stop it right there. Right at that frog as usual. There we go. And wait for the slack action. There we go. Apply. There we go. Now we're going to pull forward again. Okay, now we're looking for track 6. Back off track 1. That's all. It's all Graham there. Graham's going to take care of all that. That's a long clear. I'm getting better at it now. Now that we're nearing the end of the video, I'm getting good at it. So by the time we come back here next time, I'll be bad at it again. What are you going to do? Talk about how close I get it before, I hit the brakes. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Yep, Avis Car Repair, and then Avis Honaker Lumber. These are all going track 6. And then New River Mining. Where's New River Mining going? That's track 2. Okay. Those should be 44 tonners? Yeah, I think so. Or, well, they could be getting some other things. Could be 40. Yeah, they're 44 tonners. I can see them right there. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Here we go. My computer's doing remarkably well for how many cars it's got to draw. I'm very happy with the frame rate right now. Sometimes when it gets a little jiggery pokery here, get a little bit of a stutter in there. I always buy, every once in a while I buy a new card and I think this is going to get rid of it, and then it doesn't. Although it has gotten remarkably better from the years of playing Trainz. It's gotten markedly better. So kudos to the people over at NVIDIA and the people who make this program. All right. Track 6, I presume. Yep. All the way up to the coal cars where we're going. We got a good speed on here right now. We're in the coupling butter zone. Let's see if it forgets me and then hits on the brakes. Yep. I don't know why it does that sometimes, and sometimes it don't. Who knows? Now we're going to juice it to 60 because it's going to take a bit to get going again. We lost all our momentum. Of course, in real life, you'd have lost all your momentum, right? I mean, these cars here have brakes on it. You'd have to wait until your conductor went We did some glad handing and angle cocking. And once that was done, even if you only got to do one car, it takes time, right? I mean, you got to twist those things. From the way I watch guys twist them, you know, on the various videos I watch, either old or new, you got to put a little something into it. Some even carry a persuader bar with them. I think I've seen even some of the newer cars have persuader bars built into them, built right into the wheel. Either way, railroading's not an easy job. That's just one of the many aspects of it, how it's not that easy. Okay, let's give it a little more juice here. We'll up it by 15%. I can see if you look way up there, you can see the exhaust coming off those 44-tonners. They are pushing. All the way up to the coal cars, and we are clearing this. We're going to get the last car past this switch right here on this track. Thereby giving us enough clearance when we come down this way with anything else. There you go. Very nice. I want to be a railroader, baby. I shunt all night and I drive all day. Actually, we're shunting during the day, so I should have said that the other way around. But, what are you going to do? This is why I didn't become a recording artist. Mostly because I suck. Plus, I'd have been sued by whoever wrote I Want to Be a Cowboy Baby. Is that Kid Rock? I don't know. Not real good on music. There's a lot of music I like, but I'm not real good on who does what. All right, hold it right there. Little slack action going on here now. There we go. Apply. Decouple. Forward hoe. Nicely done, but you know what's not nicely done? We're at the end of the video. Yeah, we're going to stop it right there because we are at the end of the video. I'm looking over at my timer. We are in the butter zone. That is the end of episode 98 for the C&O Hinton. Of course, episode 99 will be coming out in about, I don't know, a week and a half, something like that. So why don't you subscribe to my channel, and why don't you leave me a comment on this video? I would love to hear from you. And if you don't like the fact that... Uh-oh, I didn't have anything in my brain before I said this, and now I'm lost. If you don't like the fact that we got nothing but Chesapeake and Ohio 55-ton coal cars here, well, this just may not be the channel for you.